her for a phone number. So before I could walk 4 steps past her, I turned around with my cell phone and I said, "Can I have your number?" And I reached out my phone. "Can I have your number?" So she, we exchanged numbers. She put a number in my phone, um, and it's called WhatsApp, guys. If you ever go to the Dominican Republic, make sure you get WhatsApp. It's an easy way to get numbers. You can talk. You don't have to pay anything. Everybody pretty much has WhatsApp. So I put a number in my WhatsApp. She put her name in there, and I put my name in there, um, in hers, and that actually was it. That was the end of the conversation. Um, I know what you guys thinking that was easy, but it really wasn't easy because she could have said no. But she could have said I got a boyfriend, which I already knew. The girl said she didn't have a boyfriend, so I figured she really didn't. And if she wasn't interested, she probably could have just said no or whatever. So I was walking back to the resort. So we left it at that. That was it. That was actually how we met. I was walking back to the resort and I had a number and I was feeling good. Like, okay, I got a number. And I didn't even think anything about it. So I went on with my day. Um, and that's common over there, getting numbers and, stuff like that. But I went on with my day, and later that night, and I can't really remember, or later the next morning, I remember checking my messages in my phone. Excuse me. I remember checking my messages. Let me take a quick water break. That's when I know I'm talking a lot. So I was checking my messages in my phone, and the message came in was like, "Hey, how are you?" And I replied, excitedly, that, "Hey, how are you? I'm great." Um, so the next text, we were trying to get to know each other, and I do remember. I don't remember exactly everything, so I'm not. One thing about me, I'm not gonna make up something. If I don't know it, I'm not gonna say it. If I know it, it's gonna come off the top of my head, and I'm gonna say it. So I sent her a text. I do remember. She was asking me what was I looking for in a relationship. Was it long term, short term? I do remember that, and I replied long term. Of course, the guy, you just met somebody. You're gonna reply long term, unless you're just being honest. You want something short. But I actually was deep down inside, even though I had been with all these women, I was dating women. Well, I wouldn't even say dating. I was just having fun and single. I really deep down inside was looking for a long term relationship with somebody. I was just burnt out. I was just tired of everything. It was so mundane. It was just back to back the same thing. I couldn't get intimate. It's just different. And I tell a lot of people, I always thought when you with different women, it's the same. Um, Physically, it is, but mentally, it's not. You have to be intimate with the women. Love to kiss, touch, hug, feel. All of that is being intimate. It's just not about lamb, bam, thank you, ma'am, sex. So I really was looking for something long term. And with all the women, I couldn't kiss them, caress them. It's just because there were so many guys over there. You'd be crazy to do it. So you got to kind of be with them with a long handle spoon. So anyway, so when I sent that text back long term, she was like, "Great, that's what I'm looking for as well." So I kind of didn't really go into much, but far as trying to like hone in on that. But what I did was I asked her, "So what are your plans this evening?" And she replied she didn't have any plans. So I said, "Okay," and I let it go at that. So later on that night, I texted her and I was like, "Hey, if you don't have any plans, did you want to meet up for dinner?" So she was like, "Sure, that's fine. Where do you stay?" And at that time, I wasn't staying in the resort. I had been renting a house on the ocean, and it was right across from the resort. It was actually the owners of the resort. We had I had been renting that. It was just more quiet, and I love the ocean. When I tell you I love the ocean, I love to wake up in the morning, go out, watch the sunrise, and just hear the waves and the birds and everything. Watch the crabs run around. But anyway, so I was renting a house on the ocean, and I gave her the address uh, to the where I stay, because I didn't know where she stayed, but I know where she worked. So she was like, "Okay, well, I can come over and we can go to dinner." So I'm like, "Oh, great!" I get excited. I'm like, "Okay, so she's gonna come over. We can go to dinner." And I was at the resort across the street while I was texting. I was actually staying in the house by the ocean, but I was at the resort, and she was texting saying she was coming over. So I got excited. I'm like, okay. I had on a wife beater. I remember this good. I had on a wife beater, my flip flop. Over there is 90 some degrees at night, so that's usual wear, comfortable because you're sweating. I had on my wife beater, my shorts, and my flip flops. Not flip flops, my sandals. Okay, so later on, about we discussed what time, and then she texted me. I got another text back, and she said, "Hey, do you mind if I bring my friends with me? It's a couple of girls, friends." So I'm thinking in my head, "Hey, party time." I'm just being honest with y'all. And even though, hey, this is my wife, I'm just gonna be honest with y'all. This is how we met. I was like, "Oh, you bringing some friends, couple of girls, party time." I'm saying to myself, "Hey, I'm getting all happy." I'm like, uh." So then I get another text, and she's like, "Okay, so it's a couple of my girlfriends, and we're bringing the kids." And you see how I'm talking? That's how the text started reading. I'm like, "Hold on, a couple of your girlfriends and the kids." I'm like, kind of party this gonna be? So this really probably gonna be a party, cake and ice cream. So I'm like, okay, and the kids. So I'm like, okay, well maybe she's saying the girl she with got some kids or whatever. So then okay, so then I'm like, okay, so now I'm just sitting at the resort like, okay, well I'm telling the guys we all having this discussion. I'm like, yeah, man, guys, we sitting around having guy talk. I'm like, yeah, man, the girl I met, she's coming over and she's bringing the kids. So they messing with me, teasing me. Well, what y'all gonna do, Elder? You gonna babysit? You gonna? I said, I don't know where this going. So I started thinking maybe she's scared. She don't know me. She know the house I stay in, but maybe she's scared, or she's just being cautious, or just being smart. Hey, bring your friends and kids. What this guy gonna do? I know I'm young, handsome, fly, and flashy, but no, I'm just kidding. Um, so I said, okay. So I'm sitting there waiting. And I'm like, okay, well, let me know when you're on your way, actually. Because she's texting saying, hey, we're going to be walking. We're going to be coming and we're going to walk. So I'm like, okay, they walk. And that's common over there. So I'm thinking, well, maybe she's at the store at her job and they're going to walk over. So she texts me and says, oh, hey, we're on the way. So I'm sitting there and I'm talking with the guys, and I get up and I say, "Hey, she on the way. Let me go meet her."